You ever notice how sometimes your life doesn't just fall apart? It erupts. Not in some gentle setback, not a bad week. I'm talking full-blown volcanic collapse. The job goes. The relationship snaps. The faith cracks. The identity melts. And when this happens, you swear you're dying and you just can't take the pain. But what if you're not breaking down? What if you're being sterilized? What if God isn't punishing you? He's clearing the ground. Think of it like this. Some islands don't grow jungles until they've burned to ash. Now, there's a story that hits that I can't shake. Happened in 1883. An island called Krakatoa. It explodes so violently, the entire island is wiped clean. I'm talking no trees, no insects, no bacteria. Like, do you understand the depth of that? Now, when this occurred, scientists called it sterile, dead, hopeless. Fast forward 50 years, that same island becomes one of the most thriving ecological paradises on Earth. It's more diverse, more resilient, more alive than before the destruction. So think of it like this. What looked like death was actually the reset the environment needed. What looked like punishment was preparation. What looked like extinction was the beginning of evolution. Now, you ever wonder why your biggest growth spurts come right after your biggest collapses? And it's because consciousness works exactly like nature. You get sterilized before you get sanctified. You get shaken before you get shaped. You get emptied before you get expanded. So what feels like devastation is often God removing what you trusted more than him. What feels like abandonment is actually environmental recalibration. Let's get forensic on this, because this is pretty sexy. Now, biologists say only 2% of disease is caused by defective genes. The other 98%, environment. You see, genes don't control your life. They are the keys. Environment turns the ignition. A key doesn't drive a car. The driver does. Let me tie this in for you. Your consciousness is the driver. Your environment is the highway, and the beliefs are the GPS. And your emotions, that is the terrain. So when your inner environment is toxic, your spiritual DNA folds into survival mode. When your inner environment is clean, your spiritual DNA opens into faith. Think of it like this. Your genes are instruments. Your consciousness is the musician. Your environment is the sound room. Now, noise creates distortion. Faith creates resonance. Let's stick to the forensics. And now let's look at a strand of DNA. Now look at a serpent. Now look at the conscious spiral that takes you from fear to faith. This is crazy. It's the same pattern, same geometry, same story. Like, you're not just reading the Bible, you're living the biology. Contrary to popular belief, Adam and Eve weren't the fall, they were the activation. They were the moment humanity woke up enough to choose consciousness. Think of it like this. The serpent didn't make you sin, the serpent made you see. And ever since then, God has been watching humanity forget, remember, forget again, and resurrect itself. Just like Krakatoa. Think about that. Now, proteins all throughout your body only form because positive and negative charges pull against each other. The significance is without tension, nothing folds. Without folding, nothing works. Without polarity, nothing becomes. Same with consciousness. Fear stretches you. Faith shapes you. Polarity forms you. If God removed every negative charge from your life, you'd never develop the identity you need to carry the destiny he assigned you. So the spiritual friction you hate is the folding mechanism your soul requires. You need the pushback. You need the challenge. You need the ego check. You need the collapse. Because your resurrection only happens after pressure. Here's some more geeky stuff for you. You know Newton, the dude that discovered gravity? He spent more time trying to decrypt the Bible than studying the stars. Blew my mind too when I read that. But why would he do that? Maybe it's because once you see how creation works, you want to meet the creator. Once you see how the universe is coded, you want to find the programmer. And here's the twist. You are the code. Your DNA is scripture. Your consciousness is the scroll. Your environment is the editor. Your choices are the quill. So every cell in your body is an image of God coded in biological ink. We are not readers of God's text. We are walking translations of it. The conscious image of God. So think of it like this. A lot of thinking today, huh? Every time your life collapses, a new island rises in you. Every time your identity burns down, a new ecosystem begins. Every time your ego melts, your spirit gets room to grow. God isn't trying to kill you. He's trying to clear the soil so faith can take root. Now that's a lot of noise. That's a lot of deep noise. That's a lot of technical stuff. So let's get busy by pulling this back to something you can use. Because spiritual science doesn't matter if you can't operate it on a Tuesday. Got the club going up. Sorry, I had to. See, philosophy without practice is just fear in a different font. So it's that time, baby. Time to do you. Not someday, but right now. So let's do it together. 5 moves, 1 consciousness, faith meets functionality. We start with disrupt. When something collapses, don't get all sorry for yourself and say, why me? How about you say, what is God sterilizing? Interrupt the instinct to panic. And you want to own it. Name what needed to die. Old habits, old belief, old noise. Ownership turns chaos into clarity. Then you want to yield. Ooh. Stop rebuilding what God burned down. Let the soil rest. Let the island rise naturally. Then you want to observe. Watch what comes back stronger. Watch what doesn't return at all. That is divine selection. Then you want to unleash. Now, move like the resurrected version. Build like the new ecosystem. Speak like the DNA is rewritten. Step like Krakatoa. Those are your 5 moves. That's one consciousness. My beautiful, beautiful community of influencers. In our final moments together, let me be a humble reminder to God the All, the Infinite. You are not collapsing. You are clearing. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. You are not losing. You are being rerouted. Let God sterilize the soil. Let the island rise. Let the DNA rewrite. Let the consciousness in you resurrect. Rebuild the parts of me I thought were dead. Rewrite the code. Reset the environment. Reshape the consciousness. Bring you back. Bring God back, because you own it. Or be owned by it. You either run the system or the system runs you. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.